Our planet's climate is changing. This change brings new challenges. One concerning trend is hydroclimate whiplash. Hydroclimate whiplash refers to rapid shifts between very wet and very dry periods. Imagine a region experiencing severe floods one year, followed by intense drought the next. This is the essence of hydroclimate whiplash. This phenomenon is not just a localized issue, it's a global concern. Research shows that hydroclimate whiplash events are increasing worldwide. This increase is directly linked to climate change. As our planet warms, these extreme swings between wet and dry conditions are becoming more frequent and more intense. The consequences of hydroclimate whiplash are far-reaching, impacting ecosystems, agriculture, and human societies. From devastating wildfires to severe water shortages, the impacts of this climate phenomenon are already being felt around the world. Understanding hydroclimate whiplash is crucial for adapting to the realities of a changing climate. To understand why hydroclimate whiplash is intensifying, we need to look at the atmosphere. As the Earth's temperature rises, the atmosphere undergoes a critical change. It becomes a more efficient sponge for water vapor. This phenomenon is often referred to as the expanding atmospheric sponge effect. For every degree Celsius increase in global temperature, the atmosphere's capacity to hold moisture increases by about 7%. This increased capacity allows the atmosphere to absorb more water during wet periods, leading to more intense rainfall and flooding. Conversely, during dry periods, this thirstier atmosphere sucks moisture away from the ground more rapidly, exacerbating droughts. This cycle of increased absorption and evaporation intensifies both ends of the hydroclimate spectrum. We experience heavier downpours during wet periods and more severe droughts during dry periods. The expanding atmospheric sponge effect is a key driver of the increasing frequency and intensity of hydroclimate whiplash events worldwide. California, known for its diverse climate and natural beauty, has become a stark example of hydroclimate whiplash in action. The state has experienced a dramatic example of this phenomenon in recent years, with severe droughts followed by periods of intense rainfall. In the winter of 2022 to 2023, California was drenched in record-breaking rainfall after years of persistent drought. This sudden shift from extreme dryness to extreme wetness led to a surge in vegetation growth, creating abundant fuel for wildfires. The following summer, a record-breaking heat wave baked the state, drying out the lush vegetation and creating perfect conditions for wildfires to ignite. The result was a series of devastating wildfires that scorched millions of acres, destroyed homes, and released massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. California's experience serves as a stark warning of the destructive potential of hydroclimate whiplash. This cycle of extreme wet and dry periods is likely to become more common in California and other regions as climate change continues. Climate models project a significant increase in hydroclimate whiplash in the coming decades. These models suggest that if global temperatures rise by 3 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, the frequency of these extreme wet-to-dry swings could more than double. This has dire implications for regions already vulnerable to water scarcity, floods, and wildfires. While the projections paint a concerning picture, there are steps we can take to mitigate the risks and adapt to this new climate reality. One crucial approach is co-managing extreme weather events. This means moving away from traditional water management strategies that focus on either flood control or drought mitigation in isolation. Instead, we need to adopt integrated approaches that consider both ends of the spectrum. This could involve investing in infrastructure that can handle both floods and droughts, implementing smarter irrigation systems, and restoring natural ecosystems that act as buffers against climate extremes. Hydroclimate whiplash is a global challenge that requires a global response. By understanding the science, investing in research, and implementing adaptive management strategies, we can mitigate the risks and build resilience in the face of a changing climate.